deductions from total income. So deductions from total income. Okay, gross total income. Deductions from gross total income. Okay. So till now we know that there are 5 heads of income. Total of the heads of income will give you the gross total income. Income will be earned in the previous year and tax will be paid in the assessment year. Okay. Now total of the heads will give you the gross total income. So once you decide the head of the income and you calculate the gross total income. After calculating the gross total income, there are various benefits which are given by the Income Tax Act, which is known as deductions from gross total income. Deductions means reduction. So once we calculate the gross total income of a person, after that we will reduce some payments made, which is given in the Income Tax Act. It is known as deduction, means benefits. Okay. So deductions means benefits given under the Income Tax Act. Clear? Now, there are number of deductions given under the Income Tax Act. The entire list of deduction is given in the chapter 6A of the Income Tax Act. Okay. So if you want to see the list, what are the deductions given under the Income Tax Act, you will have to refer the chapter 6A of the Income Tax Act. Okay. Now, some of the important deductions which we will be discussing, which is basically applicable for an individuals. Okay. First deduction is Section 80C deduction. Very popular deduction. We hear this term most frequently. That taxpayer will ask you whether the investment is eligible for 80C deduction or not. What is 80C deduction? If you make some investments, make payment towards some investments like LIC payment, okay, fixed deposit for 5 years, okay, mutual funds investment, a repayment of housing loan principal amount, tuition fees paid of children, provident fund contribution, public provident fund contribution, contribution to Sukanya Samriddhi account. These are some of the examples of 80C investments. So if you make investment in these accounts or investment payment you make, you will get a deduction up to 1,50,000 or amount paid, whichever is lower. Okay. Suppose if you are making an LIC payment, 1 lakh rupees during the year. Okay. PF you are contributing 1 lakh. So total amount you are invested is 2 lakh rupees for 80C purpose. And this is investment that you should keep in mind. So investment means you will get back the amount afterwards. That is a different issue. But if you are making the investment, you will get a deduction. So now 2 lakh rupees you have made investment during the previous year in LIC and in PF, for example. But you will not get entire 2 lakh rupees. You will get only 1,50,000 rupees. Okay, this is a maximum limit. Or in another case, if you will take 1 lakh rupees you have invested, and let us take 40,000 you have invested in the PF. So how much you are investing for ATC purpose? 4 lakh, 1 lakh 40,000. So in this case, you will get 1 lakh 40,000 only, not 1 lakh 50. 1 lakh 50 is the maximum limit ceiling. Okay, it is 1 lakh 50 or amount paid, whichever is lower. And ATC deduction on what payments you will get. This is some of the list popular investments on which you will get the ATC deduction. And remember one thing, total is 1 lakh 50. Not for each payment, you will not get 1 lakh 50,000 limit. Total ATC, whatever investment is there in ATC, if you are making that investment, you have to see the total. Okay, like here we have seen LIC and PPF together, we have added and seen whether it is crossing 1 lakh 50 or it is less than 1 lakh 50,000. Clear this much? ATC deduction. Okay, for example, a person's gross total income is 10 lakhs. Okay, and he has done ATC investment up to 1 lakh 50,000. So he can get that benefit of 1 lakh 50,000, and his income will become 8 lakh 50,000. Understood? Like that, it will be practically calculated. Understood this one? First one, ATC deduction. What is a deduction that you should have understood till now? Next is ATD, which is again a popular deduction, which is mediclaim deduction, which is payment towards medical insurance premium. So if a person is there, individual, he has taken some medical insurance and he is paying premium towards that insurance policy. Okay, now here 3 situations may be there. First is individual is a non-senior citizen. Okay, non-senior citizen means person who is individual who is less than 60 years. Okay, now individual has taken a medical policy for himself, his spouse, and dependent children. Okay, so individual, suppose let us take Mr. A, he is taking the mediclaim for himself, his spouse, and his dependent children. So he is a non-senior citizen. Let us take Mr. A is, let us take 40 years. Okay, he is taking the medical insurance for himself, his spouse, and his dependent children. So he's 40 years. So he is not a senior citizen. So medical premium deduction will be given up to rupees 25,000 or amount paid, whichever is lower. Okay, suppose he is paying medical premium 30,000 during the year. He will not get 30,000. He will get only 25,000. Okay, or suppose he is paying 15,000 only as a medical premium. He will get only 15,000. Okay, maximum is the ceiling or actual, whichever is lower. Now, that person is also paying the medical premium for his parents also. Okay, so Mr. A is paying 2 premiums, one for himself and his family, himself, his spouse, and dependent children, and also for his parents. And parents are also not senior citizen. In that case, he will get additional 25,000. Okay, so if he is paying 2 premiums for individual, himself, his spouse, and dependent children, and also for his parents, he will get up to 50,000. 25 plus 25, 55, or actual, whichever is lower. Okay, this is the first case. Second case can be individual is less than 60 years, but parents are more than 60 years. So in that case, for individual, spouse, and dependent children, 25,000 maximum. and for parents 50. So total will be 75 or actual, whichever is lower. And third situation can be both are senior, individual, spouse, dependent children, or parents, both are senior more than 60. In that case, you will get 50-50 up to 1 lakh or actual, whichever is lower. So in Mediclaim, three cases can be there. One is a case of non-senior citizen, both individual and parents non-senior, 50,000. Both parents senior, individual not senior, 75. Both are senior, 1 lakh. Clear? So you will have to remember only the limits in this. There is no practical question which will come from this topic. Only you have to read the limits and section. So if in exam question comes 80D is for medical insurance premium, and you have to read this limits. Suppose in question they ask individual is paying medical premium for himself, his spouse and dependent children. He is of 40 years. So how much he will get? 25,000. So in question they can ask individual is paying medical premium for himself, spouse, dependent children, and also parents. All are less than 60 years. So how much deduction you will get? 50,000 or actual, whichever is lower. So like that, combinations question can come from this. Okay, so you have to read this very properly. Comfortable this much, everybody? 80C and 80D. 80C is for investment based deduction. 80D is for Mediclaim. Yes or no? Now next deduction 80E. A very important deduction. 80 is the payment towards interest on education loan taken. Okay. So if you have taken education loan for higher education purpose, nowadays it is common that banks and financial institutions normally give loans for higher education purpose. Okay. So in that case, if you are paying interest on education loan taken, you will get deduction. And one important thing is that this 80E deduction is there. No, there is no limit for this deduction. Okay, whatever interest you will pay, you will get as a deduction. So 80 is interest paid on loan taken for higher education purpose, and there is no limit for deduction. Another is 80DDB, which is payment made for medical treatment of self or his spouse or the dependent. Now, if an individual is making payment for some medical treatment for himself or his spouse or a dependent person, he can get up to 40,000 or amount paid, whichever is lower. Okay. And in case of senior citizen, it will be 1 lakh or paid, whichever is lower. Okay, this is for payment expenditure incurred for some medical treatment purpose. Okay, now suppose a person's gross total income is 10 lakh rupees. He has made investment in LIC 1,50,000. Just for purpose of understanding, practical, LIC payment he has made 1,50,000. Okay, Mediclaim, suppose he has paid 30,000. let us assume he is paying only for himself and his family. So he will get 25,000 as a deduction because maximum limit is 25,000. ATD mediclaim. Okay. Suppose he's taken the education loan for his children, and on that he's paying interest. Let us take 50,000 is paying interest. ATE. Okay. So by doing all this deduction, we will get the taxable income. Okay, understood now? This is the gross total income. 10 lakh is the gross total income. By calculating the income of heads, after reducing the deductions, we will get the taxable income. So what will be taxable income here? 10 lakh minus 1 lakh 50, 8 lakh 50, 8 lakh 50 minus 50, 8 lakh, and 8 lakh minus 25,000 will be how much? 7 lakh 75,000. See how much taxable income is reduced. So this is the benefit of deductions. Understood? Yes or no? Okay. Now for claiming deduction, no, you should keep proof of everything. Okay, if you are paying LIC, you should keep the receipts with you. Okay, because if inquiry comes from the income tax department, you will have to prove no that this is the actual I have incurred. Mediclaim I have actually paid. So this proofs, receipts, etc. you should keep with yourself. Okay. Otherwise, it is not that you can claim deduction like that. If you are actually incurring expenditures, then only you can claim the deduction. Okay, so this much comfortable, everybody? Yes or no? B. Okay. Now two important deductions are there, which is AT TTA and AT TTB. What is that? Very popular deduction, especially for individuals, because as an individual, people make deposit in savings account in a bank. Okay. So you might also have done deposit in the savings bank account. Every person will try to do some savings in savings account of a bank. Now, if you deposit in savings account, you get interest. Now, Income Tax Act says that if individual gets interest from savings bank account, we will give him the deduction. Okay, we will give him or her the deduction up to 10,000 rupees or actual interest received, whichever is lower. Okay, suppose you have done the investment in deposit in savings account, savings bank account of some bank, and you are receiving the interest 15,000 during the year. So in 2021, we have got the interest of 15,000 from savings bank account. Okay. Now, Income Tax Act says that savings bank interest, we will give you benefit up to 10,000. So from this 15,000, you can reduce 10,000. Balance will be taxable. Okay, subject to tax limit. Just for purpose of understanding, we are understanding this 5,000 will become taxable. 10,000 is the deductions given. Okay. Now another example you take from saving bank account, you are getting 7,500 as an interest. Okay, in that case, you will get 7,500 as a deduction fully, and interest income will become nil. Okay, because 10,000 or actual, whichever is lower. Okay, understood? This ATTTA is in respect of deduction in respect of interest from savings account, savings bank account. Clear? Okay, now next is ATTB. This deduction is applicable for interest in case of senior citizen. So if any person is a senior citizen, okay, he will take benefit of ATTTB, not ATTTA. So senior citizen is there, he will get the deduction in respect of interest in case of senior citizen. It is up to 50,000 or actual, whichever is lower. Means, what is the difference between ATTTA and ATTTB? Anybody can tell by reading this. What is the difference between ATTTA and ATTTB? Yes. First difference is that ATTTA is applicable for non-senior citizen. ATTTB is applicable for senior citizen. First. Second is the difference in the amount, 10,000 and 50,000. And third important difference is that in ATTTA, only savings bank interest is considered. But in ATTTB, FD interest, recurring deposit interest, and savings bank account interest will also be considered, because here word uses interest. Here word uses interest from savings account. So that is the major important difference. Okay, if senior citizen is there, they will get deduction for FD interest, recurring deposit interest, and saving bank interest also. Clear? So this is the deductions topic. You have to just read this chart properly. Okay, I will be uploading it in the Google Classroom. You have to go through this chart very properly, because from this definitely MCQ will be coming an exam. Okay, and scoring also. Nothing you have to do. You have to just remember this section. What is that section about, and limits. Clear everybody? This much, everybody?